He's been giving Squid quite a bit of trouble. Squid generally considered to have a bit of a weakness against Marth, like nothing terribly bad, but you know, Weiners. Yeah. Weiners definitely a very strong player, nothing for Squid to overlook, but Weiners has definitely had the upper hand in the matchup recently. They've played, gosh, 8 or more times in the last couple weeks, and I think Weiners is up like 2-6 or something like that, 6-2 or something. Like Weiners has a lot more wins over Squid recently. So it'll be interesting to see. I know Squid's been grinding this matchup like a ton, trying to figure out, you know, what are the answers. A couple things we'll see. Weiners' punish game, again, extremely strong against spacies. You're going to expect that from any high-level Marth. Weiners is also really, really good against lasers. He has extremely consistent power shields that really make it hard for Squid to respond. And his options out of power shield are also really good. Squid gets kind of a funny first stock, and let's see if he can, you know, make that lead work for him.
Do you know if Weiners uses the crouch technique to power shield his laser?
He does often use it, but it's not like a requirement for him. You know how some Marths, they can only shield if they have time to crouch? Or power shield. Not the case for Weiners. He definitely does use it when he can, but
he's able to do both either way. He's also definitely really important in this matchup too.
For sure. Another thing that Weiners is really, really strong at is he'll get the power shield as he's running at you.
The running shield, power shield?
Yeah.
Power shield?
Exactly. You know, it's really scary in general, just because, you know, they're covering space. That laser that you thought was safe all of a sudden isn't, and it's flying back at you. And Weiners also has just really strong options out of the run-up power shield laser. He likes to mix up between wave dash grab, wave dash F smash, which can just kill Falco like 40% if he's DIing wrong. So it's very scary as the Falco. Nice laser up tilt by Squid from the side platform in order to get Weiners off stage. He reads that Weiners is going to recover early and is able to get the F smash to take that second stock. I thought that was a really clean little exchange there from Squid. Weiners gets him caught in the up tilt, or the up airs, but Squid's able to slide off the platform and get out of the combo before dying.
It also helped out that Weiners plugged up a little bit, like towards that left side of it at the very end.
Ooh, Weiners gets the down air. Ooh. He really likes that down air on platform to read or to cover basically all the tech options. It's
the entire platform.
Yeah, it's pretty scary on places like Battlefield. It's especially scary on the like super small platforms, like on, I don't know, I guess
Maybe
Pokemon.
Fountain?
Huh?
Maybe Fountain as well.
Yeah, Fountain, Pokemon. You know, those real short platforms. You
especially
can
at the higher percent, where it's able to just pop them up and stun them for so long.
Yeah, it almost looks sort of like Falco's double dip, where he gets that high percentage dare that pops him up, and then he can just hit off another dare. And Weiners does something similar, where he's able to find a lot of mileage off of the second hit after the pop-up.
Definitely.
Ooh, nice crouch cancel by Squid, but he goes for a down tilt when the fair was spaced effectively, and he gets punished for it. Weiners finds a up tilt, but he goes for the up B and he doesn't get the tipper. He gets punished for that hard with losing another stock. Squid's at high percent. If Weiners can clean this up, we're going to see a nice last stock scenario. Squid makes his way out of the corner.
Do you think Squid should be playing more safe, or a lot safer right now, or still try and make the most out of his stock right now?
I think you want to try to get the extra credit right now. Especially, remember, we talked about you have a little bit of leeway on that Marthitis percent. You know, you're at kind of the top end of it. Marth can find a kill here, but up until 170, you can be kind of safe after you're over, like, you know, 110-ish. So, you know, he doesn't have to worry about a lot of those stray hits. And we can see he's been able to find a quick 100%. You know, obviously this game isn't over till it's over. Weiners can definitely get a 0 to death here, but it definitely helps out to have that 112% to start at this last stock scenario.
I feel like Squid was also doing well, holding back a lot. He wasn't trying to just rush in and like lose his stock. He was trying to make sure that he was able to space himself quite safely out of the range of a lot of Weiners' attacks.
Yeah, it's that aggression, but that metered aggression, right? Where it's he's not going balls out, he's putting on pressure and then backing off, and then putting on pressure and then backing off, making Weiners guess. You know, it's not as soon as you see an opening, you just get to swing, right? I think a lot of Falcos fall into that trap where they put on so much pressure and they keep going. Where as soon as their pressure string breaks and it's not perfectly clean, the Marth or whatever character can just do an attack. And one of the things that Squid, I think, really showed effectively there was he made it so that Weiners had to second guess whether or not he could swing once he saw an opening, because Squid might be going for more stuff like how he ended the stock with a Nair Shine Nair, or he might be backing off with like a wave dash back or a jump out, where if Weiners does try to swing, then he gets punished right after. So I think that's like one of the big upgrades that Squid's been working on that is going to really help his game, especially against an aggressive player like Weiners.
Oh yeah, I think it's definitely good that Squid's trying to like retain his kind of like how do I say it, more defensive kind of like reactionary kind of play.
Ouch! Good combo by Weiners in order to take the first stock. Oh, that laser almost caught him. But you know, Squid got a good amount of percent. This is definitely or I shouldn't say definitely, but very likely the worst stage in the matchup. So, you know, any work that the Falco can do here is pretty value.
Oh, yeah.
Squid's able to catch the shine before Weiners can convert off of that tech chase.
Especially hard because even though there's a lot of open space, the lack of platforms also kind of diminishes Falco's ability to just move around and just kind of dodge Marth's abilities or his attacks.
Yeah, you definitely lose some of those approaching options, right? One of the things that Falco's so scary with is because of his fast vertical aerial mobility, he can kind of be anywhere and then approach you from anywhere at any time. And when you don't have the platforms to use for your like quick wavelands and stuff, you don't have some of those options available to you. On the other hand, it does mean that your lasers are very strong. We talked about how Weiners is good at counteracting that play, so I think that's part of the reason why this stage is so strong for Weiners, in particular as a Marth. Of course, obviously, the punish game is a big part of it as well. But so far, we see Squid down a stock, but definitely holding his own. Oh, that down tilt. That's going to do it. That's a tough one to see.
Definitely tough as a Falco player because unlike Fox, where his up B has a lot longer range, so it allows him a more versatility in recovering. For Falco, if you're just sent off stage, especially against Marth, it's a lot more easier to just convert into death.
Yeah, a lot more of those. You have a lot of tricky options in order to try to make it back to stage, but in a ton of cases, if the Marth's able to find one hit, that's it, right? You don't get a mix-up after the hit. The hit is just death.
Especially below stage 2. Oh,
exactly. Okay, Squid's able to make it back. One of the things I'm noticing a lot on the stage is Weiners is doing an amazing job of pushing Squid to the corner. If you pay close attention, Squid is playing from out of the corner basically the whole time. And, you know, that's not something we see from Marth a lot. A lot of Marths, and, you know, the prime example is M2K, a lot of Marths will choose to
play close to the edge.
Yeah, play close to the edge, be willing to give up space in order to, you know, really utilize their dash dance game and to pull back away from a lot of Falco's scary hitboxes. Weiners choosing to kind of take the... Oh, Squid gets lucky. Is he going to be able to convert this into a stock?
Oh!
He goes for the dare, but he accidentally fast falls, not able to up B because of it.
Yeah, Brandon's aggressive Marth style is really interesting because he's able to just utilize the center stage that he has instead of trying to go for more, I guess, conventional, like Marth bait kind of options.
Yeah, exactly. And he keeps pushing, right? Like, he pushes Squid to the corner, a place that a lot of Falcos aren't particularly used to playing from against Marth, right? Usually Falcos feel like they can get out of the corner quickly and kind of play with Marth's back to the corner. But in this case, you know, Weiners doing a great job of making that really hard. We see in this third game, Squid reverses the roles here. He takes Weiners to the worst stage for Marth in this matchup, Dreamland. This one's really hard for Marth because the height of the platforms means that a lot of the guaranteed combos that Marth generally has,
for example, like up tilts on near platforms and such,
that all goes away because the platforms are too high. So you see Weiners have to work a lot harder for his combos. It's still doable. You still have a crazy punish game as Marth, but it's just a lot harder to execute, and that makes the game a lot harder for Marth. Weiners showing off what he can still do on it. But Squid gets the light shield that he knows is going to push him off, and he's able to immediately throw out the bear because of it.
The really good thing about those that shield, or the way that works, is that if you're facing the edge when you're holding shield and you get pushed off, you don't get you don't fall into tumble. But if your back is facing the edge and the shield, and you fall off, you go straight into tumble.
Right. So you have to make sure you're facing the right way. And so Squid has actually used that tactic in particular against Marth, that light shield to slide off, for a really long time against a lot of different Marths. And one of the Marths he's played the most is Caesar. And one of the really interesting things that I think Caesar's kind of, I would say pioneered a little bit in terms of how to deal with that is Caesar will go for those big nairs. So the first hit knocks Squid off the stage, and then the second hit hits him before he can do anything. So I think that's like a really interesting option that Weiners might be able to look into a little bit more.
Kind of taking advantage of the fact that he's trying to go for that option, making himself recover.
Nice. Squid continues to mix up his recovery options once he gets to the ledge. I think he's making it really hard for Weiners in order to like try to punish once he's able to grab the ledge. When they first started playing a couple weeks ago, Squid was ledge dashing pretty much, he's very consistent with the ledge dash, but he was doing it basically every time. And Weiners got really good at kind of punishing that by standing at just the right spacing where Squid wasn't really threatening with his ledge dash.
And makes him go for it too.
Right. So you can see that Weiners still continues to use that spacing and make it very hard for Squid, but Squid definitely mixing it up a little bit more and making it really, really hard for Weiners to get those big punishes. Often at least being able to find the center stage from the ledge. Weiners with a clean combo in order to take that stock. Squid's down 2 stocks to 1. He's going to have to find something here in order to maintain that counter pick advantage. He gets the F smash. Weiners is living, but this is going to be tough to make it back. Squid goes for that get up attack, rinse and repeat, grabs the ledge, and that's it.
What was really nice was his fade back down there on shield that was able to get him the forward smash to get Brandon off stage.
And that's again what we're talking about with that metered pressure, right? Where he's putting in a ton of work and then all of a sudden he just backs off just enough that if you swing, you're in trouble. Not only is that really good because in that case it worked out, but also it just makes Weiners think that much more. Dude, can I swing right now? Is it safe? Or do I have to just let him keep going with the pressure?
And it puts you in a situation where you're able to have a little bit more options because you're not committing yourself to get possibly shield grab by the opponent Marth, and it gives you just more options to see like what he's going to react with so that you know what to do next time.
Yeah. There again we saw Squid try to go for something similar. That time he doesn't space it quite right. The nair does hit on shield, but Weiners is still able to get that shield grab, and he's able to convert that into stock and take the 2-1 lead. Let's see if Squid has an answer here. Does he go back to Dreamland, or does he try another stage? My guess is he'll return to Dreamland. And yeah, it looks like it. Squid's got to find a way to win this game, just to bring it back to 2 games apiece. And he'll still have to contend with either FOD or Pokemon or whatever Weiners wants.
What's been really tough too is that what will happen sometimes is that Squid will be, he might hit a shine, for example, just earlier on Weiners' shield, but because he's facing in the wrong direction, it's hard for him to really convert off of it with like a shine grab or something else. Yeah,
one of the things Squid has been theorizing a lot is you can do that shine turnaround grab, which is totally possible to do, but it's not something that he's kind of incorporated into his game as of yet. So when he ends up with his back facing to Weiners, it kind of limits his options in terms of how to punish the shield.
It's a really hard situation to be into. It may not seem as bad, but because when you consider that Falco's only option is really to just either wave dash out or do an aerial, the defending Marth can also just respond with something else too.
Right.
He's able to react a lot easier because he's already in shield, so he can take a hit and then just do something afterwards. Right.
It's almost a low risk, high reward scenario for Marth that you create if you don't have that grab available to you, right? So Weiners is able to find a kind of janky dare to take the first stock, but Squid recovers quickly, taking the stock back. Unfortunately, Weiners is able to find a big combo to put Squid up at 120%, down a lot in this 3 stock to 3 situation. Ooh, nice up B out of shield, I think. Well, it's going to put Squid in a really bad edge guard situation, and a tipper F tilt is going to take the stock.
What was really interesting that the reason why Brandon was able to get that up B was because Squid was trying to go for another shield grab or shine grab. And so I think Brandon's also catching on to that, which makes it tough too because that's one of the few really nice options that Falco has against Marth on shield.
Right.
But when you're expecting it, it makes it a lot harder to deal with. So you have to mix it up with stuff like double shines or double shine grab.
Nice nair by Squid to get Weiners back off stage. He's really got to clean this up quickly. He's already taken a ton of percent on that second stock. Squid moving pretty quick here. He gets the back air into a shine.
Seems like he might have missed the shield drop back air.
Oh, and Weiners is able to get the Ken combo off that side platform, taking the 3 stock to 1 lead. Squid needs to take this stock like right now.
That was a really nice quick reaction though from Squid when he was able to shoot the laser against Marth, which is really nice for Falco because a lot of times because of the laser, you're able to shoot at a position that you want to cover without having to fully commit to it so you can cover something else.
Yeah, you'll see that a lot where you use the laser to cover roll away and then instantly throw a back air to cover roll in. So stuff like that can be really effective too. Ooh, Squid's able to jump out, but Weiners finds the conversion. The F smash, tough. Ooh, Squid's able to find that angle, make it back on stage, but this is looking real bad for him right now. And Weiners finds the tipper F smash on the get-up attack. He's going to take this set 3-1.
How do you feel about the that last option that he chose right there, where he used to shine as when he came back from the ledge? Because a lot of times as Falco, you want to go for that like really quick kind of like high reward kind of option. But what would be a better option sometimes?
I'm not sure. It's very tough, right? So like one of the things that Squid usually likes to do a lot is he'll go for the like up B stall. The problem is that if he's not exactly frame perfect, there's that one frame of leniency, and the down tilt is just a straight kill. Like you just die if you get hit by the down tilt. So that's kind of not really an option. You can try to do a lot of mix-ups, like go for side B onto stage really quickly while you still have the invincibility when you're close to ledge. You can go for the ledge dash into any number of options. You can go for the slide, the waveland on the platform. Too, that's especially good on Dreamland because it can't just be covered by up tilt. He has to commit to a short hop. But it's still just